why authors of The Transgender Child updated the book in 2022. The Transgender Child is meant to be a parenting handbook to help individuals with children who come out as transgender provide resources and a safe, welcoming space for their child. With the filing of over 240 anti-trans bills in the U.S. just in 2022, the creators have updated their 2008 book with updated resources for parents to use, with the new legal attack on children being the focus on transgender children.
How do you feel about that?
Kids, they need a safe space, and they're not being able to have this at school, at home. So to have a book that's like, here you go.
Yeah.
How many parents have messaged you and said, hey, I don't know what to do. I have a trans kid, I think, and I don't know what to do about this.
Right.
What can you do to help me? I'm a 28-year-old adult film person. I don't know what to do. Yes. I don't know how to raise a kid or tell you what to do to help them. This book, this is a start. This is a place to go to.
Absolutely, I agree.
And from 2008 to 2022, a lot has happened. So
a ton has happened from 2008 until now. So
I was 2.
Oh my God! Now you're making me feel old. Okay.
that's just not right. Okay.
I'm sorry, I love you guys.
That's okay. We love you too.
Yeah. No. I mean, I remember as a kid all that I went through, the horrific bullying. Not only name calling, but physical beat downs. And sometimes I sit today and think, God, like I made it through, because it was really bad, and I just don't know how I did. Thank God I did, and so I think this sort of thing is good, having the support for children, because that's when you're just starting out, you're trying to figure out your way, and you need that support. It's like the foundation.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I downplay it sometimes of like my experiences, because like just coping through humor sometimes, but it's just like it sucks sometimes. Like it can get pretty crappy sometimes. Like I completely switched schools because of my experience, and the fact that this book now exists, and if I know that my parents did an amazing job, but I think if they knew that book existed, it just would have done that extra little thing, and I'm amazed and so happy to have the parents that I do have, and I'm glad that this book also exists, for all of those other parents of trans kids who don't have all of the access to information that I was able to give to my parents.
Sure.
I think a lot of parents and kids are really confused, and so I agree. I mean, I think a book, when I was in high school, I was bullied a lot. I didn't know anything. I was confused. There were no resources. I thought I was kind of alone, in the world. So I think that having a book like this is a good start of something to turn to, especially there have been a lot of changes since 2008. But I do think it's a good thing, because especially children, as I said before, it's a really time-sensitive point in their life, and believe it or not, inside the top 3 causes of death in children and adolescents is suicide, which is crazy. Not the same for adults, so that's what I mean by very time sensitive. So as more information comes out, people learn they're not alone, they have something to turn to, and then when that happens, then they can turn to social media and say, let me join a group, and it gets the ball rolling, so they have resources to hopefully make suicide a lot of a lower number in that category.
For sure.
It's just, kids need to know they're not alone.
That's the biggest thing.
And how do we get this book to parents that need it, I would ask that question, right?
I think another part of the equation really is how to make parents understand the process better and become more open-minded, because if they're not open-minded, you're going to give them a book. What are you going to do?
No, in the early stages, I wish my parents had this book.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+